Woke up to two masked men in my room with a weapon. But they regretted it. I didn't move. Not when I heard the creak of the floorboard. Not when the shadows shifted across my ceiling. Not even when the cold steel of a blade kissed the side of my throat. Two of them, breathing like they hadn't killed before. Too loud, too unsure, amateurs. I let them think I was still sleeping, still unaware. One stood over me, close enough to smell the sweat in his gloves. The other hovered near the door, hand twitching around a small handgun. Not standard issue, personal, probably sentimental. Idiot. They whispered to each other. I caught fragments. Are you sure it's him? Just do it. Quick. That was the mistake. Whispering. Second-guessing. Sentiment always gets in the way of clean work. I opened my eyes slowly. No panic, just awareness. I hope you said goodbye to whoever sent you, I whispered. The one with the knife jolted, took a step back. Wrong move. In their hesitation, I sat up, unafraid, because I knew something they didn't. They weren't here to kill me. They were here to scare me. Which meant someone wanted me afraid. But I don't scare easy, and I never forget a threat. It started a week before the break-in. A late-night text I wasn't meant to see. Glimpse of a name I didn't recognize. Then, a look on her face, a flicker of panic buried beneath a smile. Just work stuff. Lies always taste like metal on the tongue. Cold, sharp, familiar. I didn't say anything. That's the advantage of being underestimated. People stop hiding things carefully. I started watching. Her phone always flipped down when I walked in. Her showers became longer, louder. She never used to hum while bathing. Now she did, nervously, off-key. She kissed me like it was routine, touched me like I was furniture. And when she said, "I love you," I watched her eyes. They didn't flinch, but they didn't feel. There's a kind of silence between people that comes after the betrayal. A haunted quiet where nothing feels real, but everything is crystal clear. I lived in that silence for days. She thought I hadn't noticed, but I never sleep as deeply as she thinks. I started with her car. A dash cam, hidden. She forgot I installed it last winter. Footage revealed a stop that wasn't on the way to work. Same place, same hour. 3 days in a row. A white SUV pulled in next to hers. Same plate, same man. Always waiting first. He leaned in through her window, laughed. She didn't lean away. She touched his arm, once. Deliberate, familiar. Next, her phone. I didn't need to guess her passcode. I built her routines, watched her habits. Her code was our anniversary. She hadn't changed it. She didn't think she needed to. Inside, hidden messages under fake contact names. Kim was not Kim. Work chat was not about work. Pictures, too. One of him, shirtless, in our kitchen, while I was away last month for the funeral. My father's funeral. And she let him wear my robe, my name still stitched on the chest. I stared at the screen until the battery died in my hand. Then I charged it and kept going. Receipts, location pings, deleted calendar events. I collected them all like artifacts of a war I didn't know I was in. But now I was awake, and I don't go back to sleep. The final nail was quiet. A paternity test. DNA swab. 1 strand of hair from our son's comb. It came in a sealed envelope 2 days later. I opened it on a rainy Thursday at exactly 2:17 p.m. There was no name listed under biological father. Only probability of paternity 0.00%. I sat there, looking at that number, wondering how many smiles she faked, how many times she held my hand while knowing. I went home, didn't say a word. Instead, I left the envelope on the kitchen table, placed her phone beside it, unlocked, and sat in the dark, waiting. When she walked in, she saw the paper first. Her face drained like a broken dam. She didn't even reach for excuses, just stared at me. Her lips moved. No sound came out. I didn't blink. "Tell me his name." She hesitated. So I told her. The name, the car, the gym he uses, the apartment with a faulty lobby camera. Her mouth parted. "You knew?" "I knew the moment you stopped laughing at my jokes." She collapsed onto the chair. But I had already left the room. The masked men were his idea. A scare tactic, intimidation, maybe even a warning to back off. But when you send boys to clean up a mess made by cowards, you should expect them to fail. I let them leave that night, on purpose. They'd go back, report to him, tell him I didn't scream, didn't panic, that I invited the fear. 2 days later, I knocked on his door. No threats, no yelling. I handed him a USB. He didn't want to take it, but he did. "Everything you need to destroy your own life," I said. "What the hell is this?" "The part where you realize she never loved you either." He paused, then plugged it into the laptop. It took less than a minute. Screenshots, audio, a recording of her saying, "He was never supposed to know. I'm only with you for now. He's still the better man." He went still, quiet, broken. I walked away while he was still staring. I didn't need to watch him crumple. I just needed to leave the match. And the fuel? She moved out 2 weeks later. Didn't take much, just some clothes and her lies. Our son, her son, still calls me sometimes. I answer. I don't hate the boy. I just stopped pretending he was mine. The man never retaliated. He couldn't. Not when I sent the same package to his wife, and his boss, and his church. I burned it all without touching a match. Sometimes I wake up in the night and stare at the ceiling. Not out of fear, but clarity. I used to think betrayal was a knife in the back. It's not. It's a slow turning of the soul while they smile at you. But I'm done bleeding, and I don't forgive ghosts. Final line? She thought she buried the truth with her lies. I just made sure she was buried with it.